Bro, a reality show with you and Ray Longo.
Oh, my God.
Cornering fighters and just traveling around and training fighters. You know how big that show would be?
You know what's funny? I just had him on. I want to thank you, by the way. I just did my own. I'm doing once a week. I'm doing my own geek podcast called Geeking Out with Matt Serra. Thank you.
Beautiful.
You're the one who pushed me to do that. Be honest.
Listen, you are a natural.
Thank you. No, we have fun.
You're a natural for this.
It's out today, and the second episode I did one with my buddy Phoenix Carnivale. She's great. We talked about worst to best X-Men movies. This is right up my alley.
Yeah. Are you doing this on YouTube too?
Yes, on YouTube.
It's
it's the Matt Serra channel.
Yeah, but on everything, Spotify.
It's gonna be on Spotify.
Apple.
It is on Spotify.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And I did 2 episodes. One with Phoenix about the X-Men movies, and the second one was myself and Ray Longo. My studio's 9 minutes from Longo School, and we did our top 5 gangster movies. There's a movie a movie that's on our list that I didn't know this fact until it came out because I don't know why and people didn't see this movie. Did you ever see State of Grace with Sean Penn?
Yeah,
great movie.
A lot of people haven't seen that. Phenomenal movie.
Yeah, we talked about it
I
last
watched
night.
it again with my wife before I did the show just to get back in my head because I knew it was going to be on the list. And I wondered why so many people didn't see this movie. So fucking the great Ray Longo brought up a great point. It came out the opening weekend same as Goodfellas. Same opening weekend. That's why it was fucking under the radar. You never seen it.
I never seen.
How dare you?
I never even heard of it until you just said it right now.
It's about like the Westies.
Very good movie.
Such a good movie.
Real good movie.
Yeah. So that's the second episode, me and Longo. So that just made me think
That's
of that.
a good one to remember. That's a good one to remember. I forgot about that.
State of Grace is great. Another one on the list that a lot of people seen this because Biggie Smalls raps about him is The King of New York.
Yeah, great movie.
You ever see The King of New York with Christopher
Walken?
Walken?
Yeah.
All right, but let me ask you this: does Heat count? Is that a mob movie?
You know what? I was thinking about putting it in there, but I didn't.
It's more of a heist movie.
It's a heist movie, but it's organized crime.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
The guy who got out of jail, it's based on a real dude. The guy who was the De Niro character who got out of jail, that's based on a real dude.
Is it really?
Yeah. He did a bunch of robberies, and then he went to jail for a long-ass time and got out and did a bunch more robberies.
Was he a mob dude?
He was organized crime, for sure, but it's like, who was he connected to? Was he connected to the mafia? Was he independent organized crime? But he was like super sophisticated.
It was a fantastic movie.
Phenomenal movie.
Does American Gangster count?
Right.
That probably does.
It's a
By the way,
gangster
Y'all didn't put that. I want some black shit. So you know I gotta
also
add
in
that
the title, it says Gangster.
Yeah, that's what I'm
that
saying.
is true. No, there's honorable. We do honorable
ambiguous.
mentions.
Yeah, that was a
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
That's a fucking great movie.
You know the
and now also based on a real dude.
Yeah.
The Heat, the movie, the Heat. A funny thing about Al Pacino in that movie, he's over the top in it. You know, she's got a great ass.
Everything.
Like set a woman any given Sunday.
When I seen him, he spoke about his role in that. And he goes, what influenced him about playing that character is that the character was chipping off pieces of cocaine, like he was like a cokehead. And they kind of took that out of the movie, but that's how he was playing him, like all coked up. So that kind of explains it, like how he was so
does
out of his mind.
So they didn't show it in the movie, but that was how it was written.
He said it was. Yes, that he was like a chipping off piece of cocaine.
Did
like
they just edit that out of the movie?
I have no clue.
Or
but
was it
he
in the
definitely
movie?
said it in an interview.
Was it in the movie?
I don't believe
They did
so.
not have him do it in the movie. So that's why when
imagine you're doing that. You're doing this all coked up character, and he's doing coke, and then they
take
cut
the
out all the
coke
coked
out.
out.
He
part.
said-
Yeah, they're like, everybody's like, what the fuck's wrong with
once
him?
he said that,
You're playing a drunk and we're going to remove the alcohol.
it made perfect sense though. Once he said it, I go, he goes, that's why I chose some of the choices I made for that character. You know?
If there was no meth, how much less crime would there be?
Oh,
50%?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if you think about
Yeah.
how many ridiculous crimes get cooked up while they're on meth, literally.
Or to get the meth.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Meth influence.
Do you remember
no
that
matter.
North Hollywood shootout? It was just like the movie Heat. It
Oh
was like
yes,
real.
they were in body armor and shit.
These dudes had body armor. They had like fucking big giant machine guns and shit. It was.
They were literally just walking up the street blasting people.
Apparently they were roided out of their fucking minds. These dudes are roided out of their minds doing coke, and they robbed this bank in North Hollywood, and the cops boxed them in. They had a shootout on the street.
Oh yeah.
I was on news radio at the time. We stopped production of the show to watch it on television. Really?
Yeah.
Everybody was like, what the fuck is going on? It was so crazy.
How far from you was it?
Real close.
Yeah.
Real close. Like we were in Studio City. North Hollywood's 15 minutes away, 10 minutes away. real close, in the middle of the street. You ever seen the footage?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, the news footage is
The footage is crazy, and here's what's crazy. One of the cops shot one of the dudes and then did not call for ambulance, and then people were criticizing him that he let the guy bleed out.
Oh, I mean,
Damn.
Yeah, I remember these fucking crazy liberals. They were criticizing him because this psychopathic murderer who just robbed a bank, who was gunning down cops because he let him bleed out and didn't get him to an ambulance in time.
Shit.